Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a special video, and it's one that has been requested, and I thought I would do for my 500 subscriber special. And by now I've gained a bunch more subscribers, over 500, which is amazing. Really cool. So I want to thank you all so much for subscribing to me, for leaving nice comments, for watching in general and supporting me. I never thought that it would pick up like this, but it did. I'm really thankful, even though it's kind of scary. I'm going to get right into it because I did get a bunch of questions. I'm going to start with a few that I've gotten on Facebook, and the link to my Facebook is in the description of the video, and it's also on my about page. I do try to post some behind the scenes stuff there, so if you want to check that out, feel free to like, and you can also message me there if there's anything that you want to ask. Okay, got a bunch of questions. Yeah, I got 17 questions from Dave. So thank you for your questions. First off, okay, the first question is, who are some of your favorite ASMR artists? I have a bunch of favorites actually. Let me go to my subscriptions. One of the first ones that I saw, or one of the first ones that I really got into, was ASMR Requests, which is still a big favorite of mine. And I think if I had to make a top 3, that would be ASMR Requests on 3, Ephemeral Rift on 2, and ASMR Novastar on 1. I really enjoy her videos so much. She's so amazing. I know she hasn't been making many videos lately after her accident, but still I just really enjoy her later content. But I do hope she'll feel in a place where she can make more videos soon, because you know she really deserves to be in such a spot where she can make creative and happy and at peace. Some others, and I will try to link them in the description, try not to forget next time. Another is Fanny Vidi Vulpes, Violet. Is Mark Kitten. Lilium from the One Lilium. Springbok. Andrew ASMR. There's so many good ones, to be honest, but those are ones that I keep going back to and rewatch their old videos a lot. So, what kinds of things scare you? Jeez, a lot of things. Is everything an option? Yeah, a lot of things scare me in general, but I think my biggest fear is always going to be the fear of fear, just to be anxious, to be scared, which is why I which is why I don't do a lot of things, why I'm scared to do a lot of things, but otherwise I'm quite scared of spiders and other insects. It's okay when they're, far away and I can deal with them on pictures, but when they're close to me, I really freak out. I'm not really afraid of reptiles or rats or anything quite like those. Name one of your favorite foods for dinner. I guess my favorite dinner would be steak, potatoes, and a salad. Baked potatoes. How tall are you? I'm gonna do this in centimeters because I would not know it in other measurements, but it is 1 meter and 68 centimeters, I think. I'm considered pretty small in my country, but I think I'm actually slightly above average if you would look at American standards. Have you personally ever had tingling sensations or ASMR? That's actually quite a hard question because I'm not really sure if I have. When I started watching ASMR, I'd never heard of it, but when I read people's experiences, like where they had it as a kid and stuff, I do remember very fondly having lice inspections at school, where they would, check your hair for lice. I would just completely zone out. Same with when the teacher would read us stuff, or when my mom gave me a scalp massage, that sort of stuff. It just completely zones me out, and I just go sleepy and, just, well, what people would describe as what ASMR does to them, but I don't really get like the tingling in the back of my head. I do get kind of a heavy feeling on my head. I really have to rest it somewhere, otherwise my head just lolls from side to side. This heavy feeling kind of just pulls through my entire body, just making it heavy. So that's my ASMR feeling. I really wish I could feel the actual tingling that people are always talking about, but maybe one day I'll find a trigger and then it completely overwhelms me. I don't know, maybe. How do you like your new microphone? I like it a lot. I'm still trying to figure out what the best way is to record audio with it, to make it sound in the best way that I can, especially with syncing it up with a video and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's really nice. Happy about it. What kind of music do you like? I like a lot of music, and I know that's the most cliche thing to say ever, but I'd say I like a lot of music. When I was quite young, my parents used to listen to 90s and 80s music, and 70s music, and 60s music on the radio, so a lot of those songs are pretty nostalgic to me, I guess, because I grew up with them. And my dad's favorite bands are Yes and Rush, Genesis, especially the old stuff. So they kind of rubbed off on me. I even went to a couple of tribute concerts with him. And Pink Floyd. I went to a couple of tribute concerts as well. But then when I got into puberty, I hung out with a lot of, alternative type people, I suppose, like gothic, punk, skater, emo, stuff like that. So I started listening to a lot more of that type of music, like metal and punk and things like that. And even later I got a bit more into electronic music, and mostly talking about drum and bass there. So like Pendulum, The Prodigy, that sort of stuff is really nice. And I think lately I've kind of regressed in that, and I don't listen to a lot of music, but when I do, it's kind of like pop music, I guess. It's kind of bad, but like Katy Perry and Lily Allen, that sort of stuff. But I also listen to a lot of Disney songs. That's basically my favorite music genre at the moment. Yeah. What size are your feet, and dare you to show them? No way. I know it's a joke, it's okay. But actually commented a bit on a, what's it called? Yeah, a Reddit thread, I suppose, about what you would never do and what kind of requests that you've gotten. and a few other ASMR artists like Brittany and Donna. They've both gotten a lot of requests for feet stuff, and it seems like it's really prevalent for people to ask about feet stuff. I'm not sure why. I know it's a fetish, but anyway. Would you rather be a Toreador, vampire, or Commander Shepard? Come on, man, you can make me choose between that. No, in all honesty, I would for sure say Commander Shepard. Yeah, I cannot let that one go away, seriously. No matter how cool it would be to be a vampire and have eternal life if you play your cards right. Commander Shepard is way too cool, seriously. Have you ever been in a fight? I have actually been in a fight. I used to go to this youth center a lot, and I actually worked there as a volunteer later too. And that was, well, a melting pot of all types of kids, from all different ages. And that's where I spent, well, most of my youth, actually, or puberty, just hanging out with my friends there. And one night, one of my friends, he was in school with a couple of girls, and they apparently didn't like him. And they walked up to him while I was sitting outside in the park there with him, started yelling at him and, you know, just trying to attack him, basically. And I kind of dragged him away from that, but he wanted to go back to talk, and while I was trying to convince him not to go back, they overheard us, and they overheard me saying, you know, don't go back, you know, don't lower yourself to that. And then, like, the alpha bitch, I guess, she, you know, said some things about me, and I just kind of flipped and, you know, punched her, and she started pulling my hair, and we got dragged apart. That's my big fight story. It's not that spectacular, but... If you could have any dessert tomorrow, what would it be? I think you mean dessert, right? Because if I could have a desert, I guess like the Sahara Desert, but as far as desserts go, I really like whipped cream, so anything with whipped cream is fine. Name one of your favorite television shows. True Blood, for sure. How many piercings do you have? Not counting my ears, I have 2. One in my lip, obviously, and one in my navel or belly button. And I do have one of my ears stretched to 6 millimeters, which is quite small. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 normal piercings, or, well, I don't have anything in them, but I could if I wanted to. I dare you to do the long tongue uvula challenge. You have to open your mouth super wide, say ah, show your uvula, and stick out your tongue as far as you can. I think I'm gonna pass on that one, I'm sorry. Did you ever play a sport? I did, sorta. I did horseback riding when I was young. I did snorkeling and diving. Yeah, that's basically the things that I managed to keep up for more than a few weeks. What's your favorite cold beverage? Cold beverage. Water. I'm really boring like that. But I mostly drink water. It's basically all I drink. Do you play any online video games? I do. Sorry. Should put my stuff on busy. Let me just do that. Okay. Online video games. I play World of Warcraft, in European servers. I play Smite, which is a MOBA. I have played a bit of League of Legends, but lately I haven't been really playing that much. Play Guild Wars 2. It's not really an online game, but I used to play a lot of Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Yeah, that's it, I think, for big online games. I'm trying to remember. Alright, and I also play MapleStory, which is quite old, but it's kind of nostalgic for me. So yeah, that's Deus questions. Thank you so much. Let me just move on to the YouTube questions. Should have probably prepared this a bit better, shouldn't I? Hindsight. Okay. Got 3 questions from Narcissus 1000. And the first one is, do you have any Bloodlines characters you particularly enjoy? One or more answers possible. Well, the really cliche thing would be to say that I really like Jeanette Foreman and her sister Threes. But it's true. I really enjoyed their little storyline. I like that. I know, I just like her playfulness, and I like Therese's, sternness. It's a really nice contrast, and their story is actually pretty dark, which is also kind of cool. And the quest that she gives you to go to the Ocean Beach house and to retrieve the locket from the ghost is one of the creepiest quests in the game, and also one of the most memorable. So I also really like Damsel. She's awesome. Damsel is one of the anarchs in downtown. Let's see. I really like Beckett. It's like the mysterious wolf guy, and he's also very knowledgeable, and he's just very kind to you when he meets you. Mercurio, also one of the guys you can really trust, and it's pretty cool. And Ming Xiao, because she's just kind of this creepy vibe, I guess. And you'll see why if you play the game and not choose an alliance with her. Do you have any creative talent spill into other parts of your life? Well, I really hate to say that I'm like talented or really creative, because I don't think I'm that special in that regard, but I do really like drawing, which I don't really do that often anymore, and I really should. I do it at work. I work in, it's kind of hard to explain my job, but it's basically like a gift store, and in the back we have a workspace, I guess, workshop, and we sell like handmade stuff, ranging from like knitted or crochet things to sewn aprons, bags. Some people make stuff out of, recycled things. We sell paintings and we rent them out. And I basically just do whatever I feel like doing at that moment. Lately I've been drawing a lot, making like portraits and stuff, and a bit like anime style, manga style drawings. But I also made a bunch of aprons and stuff like that, and I did do 1 year fashion school, so I know how to do it a bit, and I do like making clothing and cosplays and costumes and stuff like that. How long have you been a ghoul, and of which clan? Well, I've been a ghoul for I think 5 or 6 years now, of the Malkavian clan, if that wasn't very obvious. So thank you, Narcissus, for your questions. And next one is from Liam Crafts. and it has been, have you ever been, or would you like to ever go to my home country of Australia? Australia sounds really cool. I haven't been there, but it's one of those places that most people that don't live there want to visit at least one day, right? I had the feeling I'd be very, very scared of going because of all the stories about deadly animals over there. Where I live in the Netherlands, we literally don't have any deadly snakes or spiders at all, like not even one. So that would be kind of scary. But I bet it would be great fun to visit the beaches there. I do love the beaches and swimming. So thank you for your question. A question from MegaEds99. What other horror themed things do you like? Zombies, monsters, aliens, etc. Well, basically all of those. I do like zombie media, even though it's kind of scary to me. I love The Walking Dead. I haven't catched up on it yet, so I really should. And I love, well, just monster things in general. Like, I really like werewolves. Aliens, well, I do love all Mass Effect aliens. I've actually never really been into science fiction that much. My mom did drag me to watch Star Trek and go to Star Trek conventions when I was younger, but I was a bit too young to really appreciate the science fiction genre then. But Mass Effect definitely has opened my eyes to it. It's great fun. Let's see. I really should get more into this beforehand. Anyway, a few questions from Void Nexus. What made you interested in ASMR? I might have already touched a bit on how I discovered ASMR, which is by finding a random video from Silent Citadel, where she was tapping a dragon egg, which was Game of Thrones inspired. So that's how I discovered it, but my anxieties got pretty bad and I just started having a lot of trouble sleeping, insomnia, that sort of stuff. I kind of remembered that something like ASMR was out there. And I kind of looked it up again and really got into it and started to really appreciate it. And in making ASMR, I always liked making videos, things like that, and always liked thinking about, storylines or characters that I could come up with. So it just seemed kind of natural to try make my own channel and see where it got me. Another question. What's your favorite Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines clan and character? I already answered the character question, but Malkavian is by far my favorite clan. I'm not sure if it's really cliche, because it seems like a lot of people like Malkavians, but I just really like their unpredictability. They can basically be anything. With a lot of clans, you kind of have these stereotypes, I guess. Like the Venture are all about power, the Treat are all about art and beauty, Tremere are all about their magic and gaining knowledge and things like that. But the Malkavians, you never know what their goals are. They could be power players, but they could also just be, mindless rabble. But it could also be, anything really. They're quite diverse in that way, and that's what I really like about them. Any plans for other fantasy genres in the future? Yeah, definitely. I uploaded a video, like, if you watch this, it's probably gonna be like a week or two ago, I think. And I talked a bit about wanting to do things like fairies, elves, maybe some World of Warcraft stuff, and also touch a bit on things like Roman and Greek gods. That would be really cool if I could do something like that. I already have some ideas for like Aphrodite. And of course, I really want to get into the science fiction stuff, but I do believe that I should at least get some better video editing software so I can do some cool effects with that. Kind of like the overlays that Allie uses in her departure series. Oh gosh, today. Kind of like the ones she uses. What's the most interesting thing that has come from uploading your videos? That's a good question. It's been a pretty wild ride for me to begin with. Just the entire thing, just having people actually like what I'm doing, just baffling to me. To have them care enough to subscribe, to leave kind comments to me. You know, about anything, about how they like what I'm doing, but also just, you know, if I'm not really feeling good, they will send message, you know, like I'm here for you if you want to talk, that sort of stuff. It's amazing, to be honest. And there's at least one guy that that was one of my earlier subscribers, I guess. Well, we started talking, and we talk almost on a daily basis now, like chatting, which is really cool. I guess just meeting you guys and feeling really part of this community. Because when I chat on Reddit, in certain threads on the ASMR subreddit, I just noticed that, you know, if you have a problem or if there's anything up, there's, you know, even like the really big names like Heather Feather. I forgot to color in like the favorites. She's one of my favorites too. There's so many favorites now. I just want to name everyone. It's horrible. But anyway, you know, they just come and chat and come and help you out. It's just amazing. Just feeling part of that community is really, it's really made me happy. It's really nice. So yeah, that's the question from Void Nexus. Thank you very much. Let's see if I get any more questions. Yeah, there's one from Solyashi, if I got it right. Your character Alicia seems very well thought out. How long did it take you to prepare to play her in terms of creating the story, makeup and costume, etc.? Well, I already told a bit about it, but it basically started, I just wanted to make a vampire roleplay video, and I didn't really have any story in mind at all. So I started doing my makeup, which that's basically the first thing that I do. Like, I want to create a character, let's do my makeup, which took around, well, like 10 minutes, I guess, 10-15 minutes. I just put my hair up, like, a bit to the back and a bit, like, streaky strings and stuff. I picked out fake fur jackets, and just put it on, and then I think I got some candles or something, and I just set down my my iPhone and I sat on my bed, and I just started recording the video in one take, and that's it. That's the you know, the extent of my preparation. I like to do my makeup a little before I record, so just having that makeup on, just looking like a different character, just really helps me get into character. But I wish I had a more exciting story about, you know, getting into it and writing a story, but there's none to be had, because it's all improvising. I just get into it and it just happens, I guess. Some of the newer roleplays, I've thought a bit more about it, the story so far. You know, there's actually like a plot going on, so I have thought that out a bit more. So thank you for your question. Okay, few more questions from Echelan88. My favorite color. Favorite color is purple, definitely. Favorite vampire literature or media? Well, obviously that's Twilight. I mean, it's very obvious, right? No, it's basically True Blood and Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines. And I also really liked Interview with a Vampire. Do you like watermelon? Wouldn't the better question be, who doesn't like watermelon? I mean, duh. Any hobbies besides ASMR? Well, none actually. It's the only thing I do all day. I really like playing video games. I really like drawing. I like reading. God, that sounds boring. I like hiking. I like sewing. I like singing and dancing, even though I don't do it in any professional means. It's just something that makes me happy. I love watching movies with friends. And I love playing board games and card games. And I really love makeup. Again, I don't do it professionally, but I've got a huge makeup collection, and it's just something that I just enjoy doing, just for fun, being creative with it. I got the last question is from Christian W. What do you think is the relationship between creativity and knowledge? Since sometime in the 1950s, people have been promoting this idea that knowledge and education leads to a suppression of imagination and creativity, as if the more you learn you are, the more boring you become. I think there may be some truth in this, but I wonder if we haven't gone too far the other way. Great artists like Leonardo, Bach, Milton, Blake, Molière, and Melville were steeping in learning. Does that diminish or amplify their art? Should modern artists spend more time educating themselves, or should art be pure imagination? That's one question to round it out with. I think that it just doesn't really matter. Like, there's people who, well, who have like disabilities that make them unable, or not as good as in learning, or people that are very young, or even animals that they give a paintbrush, who can create the most amazing things that are just incredibly creative and artistic, and they create the most beautiful art. But then again, there's people who are very studied and who are very, intelligent, or just, finished studies and stuff like that, but they can also make beautiful things. So I'm not really sure if I'm the right person to speculate on it, but I think that everyone, no matter your education level, your age, your sex, your race, your culture, or your background, I think everyone has this inherent creativity. I think that everyone can access this creativity if they so wish to. Sometimes certain things will make it more difficult, but there's always a way, I think, that you can work around that and still be able to express that creativity. I don't think there's a lot of influence in things like intelligence, or how much knowledge you've gained. For some things, knowledge is obviously going to matter a bit. For example, if you take my roleplays as an example, I do get a lot of inspiration from reading about in depth about Vampire the Masquerade, about the characters, about lore, the research sort of books, that sort of thing. I really get inspired from that, and I really get I can use that extra knowledge to make it more. It helps me create that content. So it's an interesting question for sure, but like I said, I do think that there's so many different ways you can express creativity and so many different kinds of creative outlets that, nothing is better than the other in any way. And I think every expression of creativity is something to be valued, like, equally. So yeah, that's it for my Q&A session. I hope that I didn't miss any of your questions. If you do, then I'll be sure to make another one sometime. But I also really want to thank you for your questions. I didn't even expect to get a single one, so that's a really nice surprise. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a bit more. Like I said, feel free to always ask me anything you want. And yeah, I'm really thankful for you guys. So see you guys soon. Bye bye.